Hey, good afternoon and welcome to the cruise. Good afternoon and welcome to the cruise, Amigos, live from London. And I tell you what, before I get around to introducing everybody, I was screwing everything up today. I was totally confused. Now I know that that's unusual for me, but I was totally confused. I set everything up this morning thinking that Martin was still going to be on Anthem of the Seas. Now Martin's at home. So Martin, he's this way. That's Martin. He's not on Anthem of the Seas anymore. So this is not being live from Anthem of the Seas. This is live from London, and he's not even in London. He's in Manchester.
Manchester.
Yeah. And then down below, that's John Reitmeyer. He's up there in Minnesota where it's cold. No, it's
like 95 degrees cold, man. It's just so terrible up here. They just put water restrictions in on all the towns yesterday.
Okay. Hey, Jack and Katie, I see both of you guys are here. Glad to have you with us. Now, Martin, we need to. You got some splaining to do, dude. You got some splaining to do. You were on the Golden Horizon.
Yeah.
Last week. Okay. Now, I'm going to play this little clip here that is our friend Martin. Okay. So I have to. It's goofy because of sound, but anyway. This is Martin.
Remember? Is it?
Oh, geez, the memories.
Now, that's Martin out on a suck. Stand-up paddleboard, yes. Only you'll notice
it's a canup then.
He's not standing up.
Yeah, it's a canup. It's a knees-up paddleboard.
He's kind of holding on for dear life and saying, get me off of this damn thing. So the dude pulls him around here. Now watch how
here's the money shot. Here comes the money shot.
Martin is and getting off of this suck. Yeah.
Now, you know we're just jealous as all hell, right, Martin? You understand? We're just jealous as all hell.
Now, Martin, you're not as young as you used to be. And like me and John, you're not a magnificent athlete anymore. Maybe you were once upon a time. Anymore, you're not. Now, that brings me to the next point, which is this. That looks like you in a damn astronaut suit, like you're getting ready to get blasted off to outer space or something.
Hugged up with Bezos. He's a Bezos guy now, you know.
And then we got this. Right? I gotta get the whole problem again. Okay, so now this is Now, folks, that's Martin. Now, watch this poor guy trying to keep him up in the air. He's saying, help! Help! He's going to blow away. Help!
Help me! How the hell? He's coming! He's coming! No, he's not. He's falling back down. Get more air! More air! Push! Push! Push!
Martin's going, oh my God! Get me out of here! Help me! Help me!
There we go.
That's Martin on his own plane.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Now let's get back to this point about you not being the stellar athlete that you might once have been.
Oh,
I had a perfect picture of Stan last week that says, damn fool, as he talking about you. Now, why in the world would you put yourself through those kind of things?
John Chillie, come on, you're on a cruise and it's all about the experience, isn't it? Having a fabulous time, experience what you can, live your life to the full. You know what's around the corner. And you know what? Chillie, what you're trying to say is I'm a chunky lad. And how the hell did that? How did they have enough air on that ship to push me up?
Unbelievable.
I've been waiting all week to have some fun with that one.
Well, I can tell you one thing about it though. When you go through the process of like getting set up to do it, I must admit I was on tenterhooks because they weigh you, because you can only be a certain weight. And I got on the scales and I looked down and I went, oh my God, they're going to tell me I can't. They're going to tell me I can't. And he went, yeah, sure, go in the room there. I was like,
ladies and gentlemen, the next victim weighs 12 stone. I don't know how much a stone is.
oh, geez.
5 stone, 3 stone.
I've been on the ship. It was the last day when I could get booked on, and I'd done 2 cruises. And we all know what happens on a cruise. You do put a little bit of weight on, even though you try to be healthy, you do put it on because it's good food. But I was like, no, do you know what, guys? It was well worth doing, and I'll happily do it again. So it's really good.
All right, while we're screwing around with clips, let me put this other one up.
On the North Star. I'll flip it round so you can have a look. Ask any questions. I know some of you may have seen it last time we were on board. But here we go. We're right out now. Wow.
Oh my God! Look at
now. That was Martin before that was his audio from on his channels.
I love the North Star. All right.
Now this I would do.
300 feet. Look at that view of the ship. It's amazing. We had such good weather as well. Beautiful day. The way you're out over the sea, and you just it's a wow every moment. It's a wow.
Were you nervous up there?
No, I mean when we were up there, I did it a couple of weeks ago, and the weather was a bit grayer, and it was okay, but it was really windy that day, and it was approaching up to the 40 knots up there, where it would have had to close it. So we were on 37. It's the best part of your job doing this one. You really couldn't. It was amazing, and the way you've got 2. I'll let everybody know now. If you are going on one of the Quantum class ships, they do 2 rides. One when they're in port, and it'll literally go up and a little bit out. And they do that free. So if you want to do the free one, book it. But the one we did was the extended one. It's about $30 each. But it literally went up, out, and it literally went right the way up vertical, over the other side, and then back round again. It's worth the $30. It really is. Definitely worthwhile doing.
Wow. I'm just blown away by it. I mean, and how many, what did you somehow get it so it was just the 2 of you, or is it just 2 or 3 that go at a time?
It can. Usually it's 14 people.
14.
But with COVID restrictions,
there
are 4 people in the capsule. But the time we booked, nobody else had booked as well, so it ended just being the 2 of us. So it's absolutely brilliant. And the good thing is it's right at the North Star bar where you're bored, so you can have a drink if you've got a few nerves, you're a bit like that. But yeah, I mean, but the one thing I'd say, Royal Caribbean are missing out. They should do some romantic trips and get some champagne in there. That's a trick they're missing out on there, because that would have been nice. Stood there with a nice glass of champagne, setting and things like that. But you imagine those views in the Caribbean, or if you're a Coco Cay and things like that, it's just like, wow.
All right, now I've got to be perfectly honest about something. I ran out of time for going and finding some, because we've had these issues back and forth for 2 weeks now on how to get stuff from Martin's Facebook videos back to me that I can download and get it back uploaded to StreamYard. Well, finally, we got it worked out. John and I got it worked out literally like 20 minutes ago. So I didn't have time to go look at this, but you had one video, Martin, that was the cover on it. I think you'll remember what that one was. And that, of course, is you made an announcement. You shared an announcement on this cruise with your people, and I just thought you would like to tell us about what you found out this week.
So here in the UK, we have something called the Travel Agent Achievement Awards, and they're the biggest awards for the travel industry in the UK. So just give me a second. I've got a bit of a chest. So they basically, you're nominated by people in your company, and you know, thousands upon thousands of entries from travel agents and tour operators all across the country, and I got nominated. So on board Golden Horizon, I couldn't say anything to anybody because it was still under wraps. I had an interview on board Golden Horizon, like virtual interview, with Shane Riley from Virgin Voyages, and Brad Bennett from EasyJet Holidays in the UK, and Angela, I can't remember her second name, but she's one of the CEOs of Virgin Atlantic. And they interview you and ask you about your business, you know, why should you win it, you know, what have you done? And one of the things they mentioned, as well as like my own videos and things like that, was they mentioned the Cruise Amigos show, and what we do with the Cruise Amigos as well. And it was all about doing something different, and that's what the awards are for. It's achieving something different, you know, and every year it's like they will pick a winner. So apparently I'm down to the last 5. I'm a finalist. And on the 16th of September, I find out if I've won or not, and fingers crossed. But it's down to them. It's they've interviewed everybody, and they will say who the winner is. So, but to get to the top 5 out of the thousands and thousands,
unbelievable.
That's fabulous, and we're so proud of you. I'll tell you.
Yeah, we are. Our team, you know, our team members. That's so cool, man.
So yeah, but I'll tell you what, if we win that award, stand better, watch out, you better not annoy me, because they're very heavy awards.
I gotcha. All right, let's see. We got to say hello to some people. Katie, Jack, of course, Gretchen, Nikki, Cindy. Hi, Cindy Lee. Good,
Cindy.
Oh, looky here. Melissa's in the audience.
Melissa's in the house. Too. Yeah. Hey.
Good to see you, Melissa. I hadn't seen you for a while, darling. That's awesome. Good
shows, by the way. I try and catch your show on Friday, but I can't get anywhere near participating or being around because it's just. But I try and watch everything on Fridays with Melissa.
All right, now I got some more pictures here of our friend.
Our friend.
Melissa says good to see everybody, and everybody's now congratulating Martin.
Thanks,
Michael Phillip is down in Houston's with us again today.
Hello, Michael. How do your wife?
Let's see. This one was kind of interesting. What? Wow. Are you standing on top of the elevator or something?
No, there's a staircase that goes down from deck 15 to 14, and instead of just going down as normal it would, it comes out and it's right over, and you can look right the way down from deck 14 right the way down to deck 4, I think it is. So it's a hell of a drop. But wow, it was amazing, really was. And there's me with my little man bag on. Absolutely beautiful views, you know, to look down. So, but I don't even know in Blackpool they have a tower, and it's in the UK. And I would never step on the glass on Blackpool Tower because I was always scared that it was going to crack.
Amen, brother.
Especially after I had over a week on cruises, I thought, oh my God, here we go.
All right. I take it you enjoyed the entertainment.
Oh, the entertainment was amazing. This group are called Coyote's 80s Mixtape. And they were on, we had some 80s cruises here in the UK for a couple of years until, unfortunately, the company that was running them went to the wall because of COVID. But they were amazing on board. But this set they did, it was absolutely brilliant. More rock 80s. But then he did an amazing acoustic set, and it was absolutely brilliant. Laura, the singer, was absolutely brilliant. The band, and it was just great. And they're really weird on the entertainment because you can't get up and dance or sing. So where we were sat there were literally couches. There was probably about 4 or 5 couches, like the front row seats. And we sat there and we had a dance in our seats and waving your arms and things, but absolutely brilliant it was. So we were told we can't, some of the other stuff we can't take pictures of. So I did try and get a few sneaky photos, you know, like the We Will Rock You and things, but I didn't want to get kicked out the theatre for taking photos. Although at one point I did take one and the flash come out quite quick. I was like, oh shit.
All right. Now this is in a specialty restaurant, I believe.
Yeah, Wonderland, OMG. this blew my mind because it was food and it's just not what you expect. I mean, for me, that plate, Stan's plate, looked upside down for one because it was sort of beveled upwards. He had was it the brisket? He had short rib with potato, and the sauces were amazing. I had the pork called pork crackling. It just wasn't what you expected. It was absolutely amazing. And there's me in my princess chair.
Yeah. All right, now we got to get to some serious stuff.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
This is a Kraken colada.
Now that is,
and now a naked picture of you with a Kraken colada. Now, what the hell is a Kraken colada? Is that a pina colada mixed with crack?
not quite. It's Kraken spiced rum and colada.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, if you get on them, 3 or 4 of them, you'll be on your back quite quick because it literally they mix the rum in with the colada and then they pour a double shot of rum on the top. But you know what? They're so refreshing when it was that. I mean, you can see the heat was really hot.
Refreshing. They're so refreshing.
Now, I do enjoy a good pina colada. So how would that compare? I mean, obviously it's stronger than just a regular pina colada.
Definitely a lot stronger. I mean, we sat there and we had 2 on the go, and I was like, I better stop here because otherwise I mightn't get back to my room or end up in the wrong room or in the crew bar somewhere.
Wouldn't that be terrible? It'd be just terrible.
It would be. So now I'm back on water at the moment. I've got a week off the booze.
I was going to say, what's the step down here? How many days till you can get back on a ship based on your diet? I mean,
we get back on board on the 2nd of August. So what? 8 days.
Wow.
8 days, 5, 6.
However will you stand it? I mean,
wow. 8 days at home and you're going again. And you might as well tell everybody where you're going next time.
So the next one is Iona is doing a shakedown cruise. So we'll get on board before the inaugural. Now, if anybody doesn't know what an inaugural, a shakedown cruise is, they invite the people from the company, travel agents, media, press to come on and basically just give the staff a chance to start operating and see how things are going to go and the protocols and procedures and things. And we get a couple of nights on board. So we're doing that for 2 nights on Iona. So, of course, we will have stuff for that for the week after next. And then we've got 2 days down south because it's not worth traveling all the way back home to go back again because we've got another cruise. And then this one we will bring live with the Virgin Scarlet Lady.
Oh, so nice.
So, yeah, so we've got a couple more going. And then, do you know what, guys? I've got nothing planned after that.
Oh, damn. That's too bad. I'm sure that's going to change probably by tomorrow.
It's the end of the world. So the virus has not got you then. I got to book a cruise tonight virus didn't get you yet today. So
not yet. No, I mean, I'm probably one of the most tested people out there at the moment.
All right, now I got to ask another question, Martin, especially about your face, your look.
Oh, here we go. I dread this when Chillie's
now,
going to show.
What the hell am I looking at?
That is sushi and crab stick noodles. When the guy told us about it, we said, well, yeah, we'll have one of them each. He went, guys, I'd probably order one between you first. If you want another one, it's not a problem. But when it came out, it was like, OMG, this looks amazing. And I'll tell you what, crispy crab cakes and crispy noodles with sushi. It was to die for. It was absolutely lovely. And it was included. I don't know if you guys, if you've seen, I think over in the US, you probably have the same. You can do the all-inclusive specialty dining package. For us, it was about £120. But in menu, you could go into all the specialty restaurants as many times as you wanted.
Oh, it's like, you just go in and it's all yours.
Yeah, that was it. So, I mean, we've done main dining a lot of times on ships, but this was the Quantum class is a new ship for me, and I just wanted to experience the different dining options. So, but yeah, it was definitely worthwhile to die for. So, absolutely beautiful. My tongue is sticking out, going, where do I start? To start which end?
Wow.
And it's the sushi roll itself is as big as it looks. I mean, it's huge.
Yeah, it's not. No, normally you get them in the like little tiny rolls.
Yeah,
it's probably about 3-4 times that size. A big slice of
wow.
And it's all prepared fresh, you know, when you order it and things. So absolutely beautiful. And the sauce, the dark soy sauce. I'm salivating now, and I'm probably going to end up with something like beans on toast now for me tea.
All right, let's see what else we got here. Now this was breakfast. Is that a gin at breakfast? Is that what I'm seeing there?
No, it wasn't quite. Well, it was probably breakfast time somewhere, but it was gin o'clock somewhere as well. So
Gin o'clock.
Gin o'clock.
Gin
yes.
o'clock.
In vintages, they've got a wine list. You know, you can have glasses of wine, you know, and things, but they also have a gin cocktail list. So I made it my mission to work through the gin cocktail list while we're on board. So I think the one I've got in the background there, I think that was called a posh G&T, which had bits of fruit in it and things like that. That one there is, what one was that? I think that was an Aviator, I think. There's all different types of gin and different cocktails in it. I think it's about 6 on there. And there's one with ginger beer. Gin and ginger beer, and it was absolutely
interesting. Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm not a gin person, so but wow.
Yeah, we did have a number of different cocktails and drinks throughout the cruises.
Fantastic.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay to have a little adult beverage. That was you up in the North Star, which I thought that was a great picture. And then I thought this was just an absolute lovely picture of you and Stan.
Yeah.
It's so nice to see at least some of us getting out on a cruise again.
The cruise we were on, it was a basic cruise to nowhere apart from to Greenock in Scotland for like Glasgow and the locks and things. But we bid it to Jamie's Italian. Now, Jamie's Italian doesn't exist in the world apart from on Royal Caribbean ships because they bought a franchise because he doesn't have any restaurants anymore. So one night we'd eaten in there. It was absolutely fabulous. But when we departed from Greenock, it was 8 o'clock at night was departure time. And we decided to go back for that departure because it was like, hang on a moment, where we're sailing out, the views of the hills of Scotland will be amazing. And I'll tell you what, we did a good choice there. But the food in Jamie's was brilliant. Sat there, it's like a little conservatory greenhouse. It was beautiful. And on the other side of the ship, if you do have any smokers on board, the smoking shed's on the other side. It looks exactly the same. So we weren't shoved in a corner somewhere.
All right, I've gone back and checked into some of our comments over in the chat room, and everybody is saying things like, Katie says, "Way to go, Martin." Nikki says, "My fingers are crossed for you."
Thanks,
Melissa
Nikki.
says, "Bloody brilliant."
Bloody brilliant.
Cindy says, "You got this, Martin." We're definitely all pulling for you.
We shall win on the land, and we shall win on the sea, and we shall win in the bar, and bring mystery.
Wrigley, let me take a moment and say, Sue Wrigley, hi from New Zealand. Welcome aboard. You'll find us to be a bunch of nutcases, from the UK and US. So, hi from New Zealand. That's awesome, Sue. Glad you're with us. Katie says she ate at Wonderland and it was amazing.
I won't spoil it for people, but we could go back again and there's still more food we haven't tried. Even though we did do 3 desserts, I don't know if anybody saw that.
3. Counting 3, not 2.
We just said, we just won, the 3 desserts he was looking at, he told us about. We said, we like them too, but is there a chance we can try the other one? So he said, yeah, sure, I'll bring you the 3 desserts. And I took over most of the table. But do you know what? I've tried them and they were absolutely beautiful. Not what you'd expect from desserts. But do you know what? Royal Caribbean do that. And all the cruise lines are now bringing things out that you don't expect to see on a ship. It's fantastic. It really is. Who knows what's going to come next?
Well, I think it's just terrific that you guys have been able to go, and yeah, that's awesome. And of course, you're not. You didn't actually. Did you get off the ship at all when you were in port?
No, if I'm honest, you know me, I'm a good, honest northern lad in the UK. We looked at the trips, and a lot of it, because you have to travel in the bubble. You can't go off and do your own exploring at the moment here in the UK. So you have to stick with this trip, and a lot of it was on a coach. And for us, we like to get off and explore, and go to the local eateries and drinkeries, and put a bit of business back their way. It just didn't seem to appeal to us. So we had the day on the ship, and probably drank some more gin. I sound like
is there a ginnery, or is it a ginny?
Gin distillery.
A gin distillery, and as long as you can say it, you can order another one.
Well, so apparently Iona has its own one, apparently.
No kidding.
On board, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So I will be at that bar for most of that cruise.
Well, you really should, because it could vary from day to day, and you want to catch every nuance. So
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Can't miss anything.
So what have you guys been up to? We've spoken a lot about me. What have you guys been up to?
I've been watching you. Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Some people watch porn. Chillie sees who's on what ship where and what there's the money shot. I mean, that's his.
In this country, we have no idea what's going to happen. You got this ongoing saga between the state of Florida, the Center for Disease, CDC control, the no sale order, and all that business, and the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. I mean, it's unbelievable how this ball keep bouncing back and forth. And I don't think anybody knows what's going to happen.
Haven't you had a few tester cruises go, and now they're starting to sail? Or
the cruises are going fine. They're getting around Florida's law that says you can't require people to be vaccinated. They figured out the ways around that so far. There's still one hot lawsuit between Norwegian and the state of Florida on that order. But the amazing thing is now, we went through that judge sided with Florida originally, and then the Court of Appeals reversed that. Well, then when Florida decided they're going to take it to the Supreme Court, the same Court of Appeals reversed their own decision. And that was Friday night. So now it's back with Florida under control. And the CDC having no grips over the cruise industry. So who knows what's going to happen. Personally, I'd like to see both of them get the hell out of cruising. Especially the big three, let Norwegian and Royal Caribbean and Carnival and MSC, they got to be in that equation now too. But anyway, let them police themselves. I think they've all learned their lesson from what they've gone through the last 18 months.
Yeah.
I think a lot of these protocols that the CDC set up are going to stick. Yeah, one of the things I've been surprised about is, Royal Caribbean and its, celebrity and all their cruises are handling the buffet differently than like Carnival is. Carnival's doing buffet just like they always have, where you serve yourself. Royal Caribbean is, they have servers to serve. It's the same buffet food, but they have people to serve it. So you're not actually serving yourself. So who knows what's going to, I'm just totally amazed that the Circuit Court of Appeals reversed themselves on this. Now, of course, the CDC could still come back and appeal it to the Supreme Court on their rights. So who knows what's going to happen. So
yeah,
I like to see both of them get out, totally get out.
But we've got, at the moment, we started off with a maximum of 1,000 passengers. And then there was some could be unvaccinated, like MSC went down that route. You didn't have to be vaccinated. You have to have the test before you get on. Then they went to 50% if everybody was vaccinated. And now MSC have gone to unvaccinated because of the protocols have changed and the laws have changed over here. So it's a lot of changes quite quickly and things. But at the moment, like Royal Caribbean is saying, you have to be double vaccinated except kids, and it's working. MSC's rules have been working. They've been sailing May? What, we're in July, May, June, July, 2 months now. Royal Caribbean are nearly a month in. 2 weeks in. P&O are about nearly a month in. You know, Princess start up later this week or beginning of next week. You know, and I think Holland America and Princess are starting over in the US, aren't they? In Alaska this week.
They sailed yesterday. Both of them sailed yesterday.
Was it yesterday? I've lost track of the days with the news and things. So, but yeah, it's you know, and you know, fingers crossed. All these protocols are working, and some of them, do you know what? Some of them I think are really good. You know, there are the odd one or two that I think, you know, like the menus. You know, although you've got to scan a menu to get it up on your phone, and it is if you're trying to read, if you have problems reading things, you have to sort of try and make it bigger. It's not great, but all these cruise lines, if you do ask for one, they will bring you one out. You know, so they're not stopping you, but they're trying to make it a lot less contactless. You know, and I think that's great. The muster drills have been brilliant, you know, apart from the one we did on Golden Horizon, but that was a smaller ship, so we did have to put the jacket on, and that was quite good fun. But, you know, the muster drills are a great way. Why should we all pile in at 4:30 before we set sail, all stand there waiting for the rest of them at the bar before you can go and enjoy the rest of your day? And, you know, I think that's a really good move. You know, it's a lot easier. You can actually start doing it in the terminal before you're bored. You know, so as soon as you get on, go to your muster station. Guess what? You're free. Enjoy your cruise. You know, the buffet. I like the buffet option where they're serving you. You know, because I think, you know, they don't put too much on unless you do ask for too much. But they'll give you whatever you want. You know, and I think it's great. And if I'm honest with you, all the cruises I've been on, what we've done, MSC, Golden Horizon, we've done Royal. What else? Yeah, they've all been great. Don't you roll your eyes at me, John. You know, it's all in the name of research, you know.
Absolutely. You're just volunteering your body for science.
Exactly, and it's to bring you for the Cruise Amigos so we can show you exactly what's going on. And I'm sure you guys will get on one and you'll do exactly the same. And I'll be sat there really jealous as well very soon, especially if you do somewhere like Alaska, because that's big on my tick list to do Alaska. You know, because it just looks, wow, that is just one of my bucket list trips. So, but no, it's you know, things have changed, and you know, we're getting all the cruise lines are now getting a lot of people traveling, and it's just slowly. But I think what I believe is, I need to read up on it. One of the cruise lines here in the UK are relaxing even a few more rules from today, actually. But I need to just read up and understand it because I was away. But now there's no restrictions on numbers when you're dining, so you can dine with friends or you meet on board, things like that. I think there's going to be some dancing, I think you're allowed to do and things. So I just need to understand it a bit more now. Once I get back into work routine tomorrow morning and understand that, so I'll have a better understanding of that for next week. So
let's see, you work for 5 days and then you're gone again for 2 more weeks or something.
Not quite the 2 weeks. I'll leave next Sunday. We drive down back. What's that?
That's the closest that we get to a cruise in the United States here.
Geez, that looks like a good ship. It looks like good fun.
Well, Washington crossing the Delaware. You know, it's one of the things we did to get free of you guys, but that's our luck to get on that. That's about as good as we can do.
Jeez,
yeah, and then he paid to have his name, his face carved up in that rock up there in Minnesota.
No.
North Dakota, South Dakota, someplace up there.
It's history. It certainly is history. But yeah, we're off again next Sunday. We drive down to Southampton and then we're back on the 9th. We get back off the second cruise. So I'm exhausted, guys. Do you know what? I'm exhausted, but.
The question I have is, if you're gone for a week at a time, then do your sheets back home on the bed, do they just refresh? I mean, if you're gone for a week, can you just or do you have to do all the homemaking stuff too?
Still have to do it. I've still got to do all the homemaking, change the bed in, still got to do my washing and ironing, you know.
Because see, here in America, the philosophy is if you've been gone a week and you leave your bedroom window open, the it's fresh and ready for you again the next time you get back. So.
Yeah, but here in the UK, you don't want to leave your bedroom window open because your telly will go out the window and you'll come back with nothing left.
All right, let's see. Cindy says the whole circuit court decision is ridiculous. Somebody's getting paid. I'm some screwy. Jack says his next cruise is scheduled for January. Fully expect rules to be updated several times to include treating recovered COVID patients as vaccinated. You know, that's an interesting point because they don't consider somebody that had COVID and naturally now has the antibodies as the same set of circumstances as somebody that's fully vaccinated. That's an interesting and debatable point. And I've heard arguments on both sides of that equation.
It's a weird one, that, isn't it? It's because you're allowing unvaccinated and vaccinated, but then the unvaccinated can't do the same things as vaccinated people. Is that right?
The way they're getting around it, if you're unvaccinated, you have to pay like $150 a person for the extra testing. You have certain things you can't do, certain places you can't go, and they put the restrictions on the unvaccinated persons to the point that I wouldn't want to go under those set of circumstances. So that's their way of getting around it.
Well, we over here, we have to have a test. You have to have it 72 hours within the 72 hours before. And that was your negative test. You had to show that. But they paid for that with their supplier, or you could do your own private one, and they would give you $140, equivalent to £100 back into on your onboard account. And we did the private one because we did have a few issues the first sailing, and they're still having them issues at the moment with the company they're using. But you know, it's working well. You know, we're on again next week. We've got to do another test. But this is a different one. It's a drive-through, this one. I'm going to ask for a Costa coffee and a mac and fries as I go through. But
I've actually done several drive-throughs, and literally you just drive up, the girl comes out and swabs you and does the thing, and you're gone. It's nothing to it.
Well, these ones you have to wait to get your negative test before they allow you in the terminal. So you go through the big tent to set up the marquee through there. Round to the left, you sit there and wait for your result, and then you can check in. So they're not mixing anybody until you've got those results, which is good.
So I'm going to be in, if the Epic goes like I'm still betting against it happening, and I'm going to get that bottle of wine from Pete. But separate from that, if the Epic goes, I'm planning to go to Europe like the beginning of November and not ending up in Rome until 5 days before the cruise. And then, I have to get from Rome to the port. So I need to arrange. I'm going to need to arrange for a test in that window then, or I can just do it when I get to the ship.
Yeah, potentially, depending on NCL rules, you'll probably have to have a negative test 3 days before.
And how would I go about doing that in a foreign country? Like if I was in England, what would I do now if I was there and I need a test for 3 days from now?
It'll be a local test clinic. There are lots of local ones. You go down, you pay your money, you do your test, and they will either email. Depending on what level of test you do, whether it's a 3 hour, 12 hour or 48 hour test. Ours was on last Monday was one that we did in 12 hours. So we did it at 10:30. We had it by 8:30 in the evening. So there are lots of things, but yeah, find a local test clinic. But I'm sure, if you need help with it, give me a shout and I'll certainly point you in the right
direction. Yeah, sure will. But there should be places in Rome then where I can anticipate needing to get this test to get on the ship in a easy and timely fashion.
If not, you call me and I'll call the Pope. Pope, take care of John. He needs a swab.
When it was the German Pope, it was easier, but this one is more difficult for me, so.
Yes. We'll get you sorted. We'll get you sorted. Thank
you.
Jack says after spending a month in the Houston Veterans Hospital and 3 months in a rehab hospital, he guarantees he has an excess of COVID antibodies. I would think you would, Jack. Yeah. Katie says her next cruise is Miami, November 21st out of Miami. And
Nice.
Cindy says, my first cruise back is October 16th on the horizon. That's cool. But watching pricing on an August cruise on the Magic, it's driving me crazy. We postponed our Epic cruise from this October until next September. Yeah, how are 6 cruises total after I got home March the 2nd or whatever day it was? And one of the first cruise that I lost was going to Alaska. I was and oddly enough, of all the cancellations and stuff that I had to go through, the Alaska cruise was the last thing that I got my money back on. Of everything else over a year and a half, and that was going to be my next cruise. That's the last one that I finally got all the money back in house. So I'm sitting on all the money now to go on cruising again.
Is that why you're taller? I thought you were sitting a little higher in the chair today. So.
Well, it's because I'm losing weight, you see, and that's pushing me up.
It's pushing you up.
Yeah.
That's like anti-gravity.
And I'm losing weight. If you believe that, I've got some land in Florida I'd like to sell you.
I'd like to buy it. Can I send it? That's like you go into a restaurant and they say, do you have Coke? No, I have Pepsi. Is that okay? And you're saying, can I pay you in Monopoly money? You know, I mean, so that's like with you see, you know, land in Florida.
Jeez. So have you got anything planned then, Chillie or John? Have you got anything in the diary that you've booked in the hope of getting?
I have two of us actually. I switched from my solo cabin on Epic on November 20th. A friend of mine now from here, first time out of the country, first time on a passport, first time on a ship. So that's why we're going over. The current plan is November 1st or 2nd. We're flying to Frankfurt, and then a few days in Frankfurt, then up to Berlin for about 10 days. And then Henry, my friend in Berlin at my flat, is going to Rome with us. So he's promising he's going to put us right on the ship. So,
well, that will be an epic trip, won't it?
I hope so. But the irony is the cabin, you know, on the Epic, the solo cabins are on 11 and 12. But 11 is where the greatest coffee machine in the world is, in the solo lounge. And I was on 11,500, the very front left side solo cabin on the Epic. And I switched to 11,005, which is the second balcony on the starboard side on floor 11. So I still should be able to sneak into the solo lounge and get me some of the greatest coffee in the world. So
just tell them you cruise Amigo John, and that'll be it. You'll be in.
I'm figuring that's well. The irony is on the Epic. I know, you know, now who knows with all the changeovers, but I bet you there was 100 people that knew me by face on the Epic. It's been 5-6 times across the ocean, and it's mostly the same crew. But now it's going to be real interesting to see who's on there at all that I even, you know, recognize in any way, shape, or form. Yeah.
And as far as I'm concerned, Martin, none of the cruise lines, none of them, zero, none, will accept anybody with oxygen right now.
Yeah,
and I understand that. They've got too much crap that they're worrying about to have to deal with oxygen concentrators and oxygen tanks and all that stuff and keeping that cleaned. And no, they got plenty to worry about. I understand that. I got no problem at all. They can't take an oxygen patient. So I just wait. So Anthony Diaz, welcome aboard, Anthony. He says, John, your house looks amazing. Yeah, Anthony, I keep waiting for John to go over and play the grand piano, but he has not done that yet. Jack says he's 60 pounds underweight. He'll gladly take some of my access. Let me call FedEx, Jack, and I'll send it right down to you. I'd love to send 60 pounds to you.
Anthony, this is a wing that you've not seen. This is a wing of my house you haven't seen, Anthony. You have to rise. You have to be on premium level before you can get into this part of my house.
How many shows do you have to watch to get into this part of the house, John?
That's right. That's right. Anthony's not there yet, so
Is it
that's
Diamond
funny.
Plus, Elite?
And that is a Yamaha hammer. That is a Yamaha piano, by the way, back there. That is.
Oh God! So I was going to ask
So
something else.
you will be, when you go on Virgin Voyages on the Scarlet Lady, will that be the first revenue cruise for Virgin Voyages?
It's not their inaugural because they still want the inaugural to be out of Miami because that's the home of Virgin Voyages and Scarlet Lady being the first ship. So it's one of the, I think, maiden season they're calling it rather than inaugural. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. But everybody that's booked over this season in 2021 gets extra benefits going forward. So they're giving free money off and then book next year's cruise. They're also giving you a lifetime bar tab. So you spend $300 on your bar tab and prepay it, they'll give you another $125 on top. So, and a special commemorative gift as well. So I don't know what that'll be. I'm hoping it's a suitcase.
Did you say they changed the name to a mating cruise? Is that what I heard there? This is the mating cruise?
I need to confirm which one it is. Yeah, so it's not the inaugural. So they want the inaugural.
Right. But you said they changed it to a mating cruise.
Maiden cruise, yeah.
It's weird, not what I heard.
That's spelled differently, John. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Seriously, I heard M-A-T-I-N-G, a mating cruise. I'm sorry.
I'm not mating, no. I'm not taking my pineapple and putting it on the door. I can tell you that now.
No, I keep my pineapple under wraps if I were you too.
I'm the one that's supposed to come up with the funny lines. What the hell is this?
That'll change.
I'm just responding.
Just responding. Her next cruise is December 4th. I wish it was sooner. Booked my Barcelona to Rome air today. Sweet.
Nice.
That's June 11th, 2022. Then go to New England, Canada, September. Nice.
I'm small. I'll get in your suitcase, no problem. They're fabulous cruises then.
So,
and I'm booked on the Epic for the next year too. It's a weird time though, NCO. It's a weird time that the Epic is going across the ocean, like next year.
Yeah, because you're going in for a refit or something, or
something's happening because it's here. I just have it in a second. Yeah, I'm going London to New York, December 4th of 2022. So Southampton, it says London, but it must mean Southampton. To New York, they're stopping in Spain and Bermuda. It's 12 days only, but it's way up in price. I mean, it was to get the same room, same bennies, was way more expensive. So
I think you're going to find. I mean, I know we all look for those deals, don't we? And the really bargain deals. But I think at the moment, I think your next 2 or 3 years, if anybody, from a travel agent point of view and from a sailor point of view, because I love cruising, if you see a price, lock it in. Get it booked and don't look at it again unless the company has got. Some of them have got now price promises that they'll adjust prices over here. That's something new. I know you've had it for many years, but a few of them are doing it. But get yourself booked because prices are just going to go through the roof because everyone's wanting to cruise. And
everything costs more. I mean, to get those pineapples delivered to the port, to get the papayas and the gin and the those ships aren't put. No, this is not a joke. I mean, those ships are not putting like that gin brewery that one of them had on board. They're not doing that. I don't think they're doing it as a marketing thing. They're doing it because they can make a whole lot of gin on board way cheaper than they can try and source it somewhere.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
definitely.
It's
one of them. But do you know what? It's at the end of the day, guys, we're getting there. We're in a better place than we were, and we're hopefully the world's starting to open up a little bit easier, and we can all get to experience, meeting our loved ones and experiencing memories and times with them all. That's what cruises are for, aren't they? We've got lovely pictures. We don't normally buy pictures on a cruise because we've been doing it for so long. We've got 2 really nice pictures that we bought this time that we were like, do you know what? I really like them. we'll have them. So, you know, that's what it's about. It's just out there enjoying it.
Thank you, Alice.
I started cruising before cameras were invented. So, you know,
I didn't think you were that old. I thought they were all just in black and white. And
it's
He
pretty
had to
close.
take his turn on the oars, man.
By the way, I'm going to a shameless commercial. Time out for a shameless commercial from Chillie.
Shameless.
Tomorrow on my show at 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, I'm going to have Janine Williamson.
Right,
Finally,
yes,
we're going to do a program about the Golden Horizon that, you know, we failed with Martin with the live stream from there. We failed with Janine with the live stream from there. She's back home. So we're going to do a show about the Golden Horizon looking through Janine's eyes. And then hopefully it looks like on Tuesday, I'm going to have Adam Coulter, who will be on board the Norwegian Star. So that's going to be Tuesday at 11 o'clock. So
and now to remember, the Star is my last transatlantic in the fall of 19 and not a highly rated experience, if you remember. So I hope that he brings some better news to the world about.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look, Chillie.
Well, you froze up
Yeah.
semi froze up there for a second.
I froze up. That's impossible that I could freeze. No, anyway.
What do you have going on
Star,
next week, John?
Well, it's my birthday on Friday.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's right.
The party that you got the invitation for, everybody, is on Saturday. So that's the big thing. There's people flying in. Of course, Europe is closed off. I have 12 people that would have come from Europe. They can't get here. I have about 6 people that would have come from Canada. They can't come in. Canada's going to open, on the 19th now of August or something? So my birthday party is relatively subdued because those were the crazy people. So now, much as I love all the people that will be coming to my birthday party, nobody is going to, have rainbows of Pop-Tarts coming out there. It's just not going to be that kind of a party like it could have been if those Europeans and Canadians would have showed up. So,
by the way, Anthony says he wants you to show a picture of me and Moses.
I have showed him.
Sure, there is one available. And Allison says, "Where is the Star sailing from?" From Athens.
Okay. Yeah.
Allison, they're down in Greece. So
nice. So
I'm
going to do.
So Amigo Martin has to work 5 days.
Oh,
and then he's
picking that phone up is going to be so tough.
Slutting around on another cruise ship again.
No, 2 cruise ships. Get it
2
right.
Cruise ships. I can't keep up with that.
It's going to be like that television show, where you got one foot on one car. You've seen that TV show where there's 2 cars going down the road really close together, and the girl's got 1 foot on one car and 1 foot on the other car. You've seen that, everybody.
Yeah.
You've seen it. Haven't you seen that, Chillie?
Yes, of course I have.
That's Martin, only it's 2 cruise ships. The cruise ships are going to come really close together, and Martin's going to have 1 foot on one. It's going to be like water skiing. So that's his next adventure. So,
well, there's my shameless plug, guys. If you want to keep up with what's going on in my world over where we're sailing, then please do just look for Martin's Holiday Village. We always do the go lives. Chillie thrives on it. He looks for it every few days to find us. So yeah, just have a look at Martin's Holiday Village, and we bring everything we think you want to know. And things that you may not want to know, like when the gimbal spins round in the wrong way. And so it's all raw, it's all live, and it's all good fun.
Well, guys, that's going to wrap us up for another week on the Cruise Amigos. Live from Anthem of the Sea. It's going to wrap us up live from London, only not from London. Well, maybe we ought to change the name of the damn show to Cruise Amigos Live from Manchester, or Cruise Amigos Live from
the UK and the US. UK and the US.
Because
nobody's in London now.
Was anybody ever really in London? I mean, really? I don't think he was really in London. I think he was London adjacent.
Well, he looked out his window at that damn tower. We looked at that tower forever.
But I can look out the what would you like to see out?
You're breaking up really bad, John. Whatever you said, it must have been.
So, what? Everybody left me now.
You were breaking up like crazy.
Jeez.
All right, guys. That's going to wrap us up. We'll see everybody next week on the Cruise Amigos Live from who knows where. Later, y'all.